Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Feature Friday, where we interview our chamber businesses to get a look into what's going on in the Amherstburg business community and learning a little bit of their operations. Today, we're joined with Candace from the Gibson Gallery. She's going to share some information about the gallery, some history, and as well as what's going on with Art by the River coming up. So, welcome, Candace. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So let's get into it. I know the Gibson Gallery has been a staple in Amherstburg, but when did they open and why did you decide to start?
So the Gibson Gallery has been the Fort Malden Guild of Arts and Crafts since 1969. So we have been an Amherstburg staple, as you said, for that long already, which is fantastic. And we're really excited to be here and have been for so many years. But this building that's behind me and the caboose that you see behind me here too, it's been on Richmond Street since 1896. So 1896 is when they started building the train station, and the train station was in service up until about the 60s. And then it was taken over by both the town and the Fort Malden Guild of Arts and Crafts. So we are sitting on a piece of history here in Amherstburg, and we would love everyone to come out and experience it.
Mm-hmm.
We have been here since 1969, and our focus here in the town of Amherstburg is to bring awareness and enjoyment to the arts community in the area. So we really thrive on supporting local artists. We thrive on supporting anyone who wants to learn. So we run art guilds and art classes when COVID allows, of course.
Yes.
Right now we put a pause on that because of COVID. But when in the future, when that does allow, we will be running art classes both for adults. We do run children's art classes through the summer as well. And then we also have our number one fundraiser coming up, which is Art by the River. And that's actually going to be next weekend, the 28th and 29th of next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And that'll be happening at Fort Malden here in Amherstburg as well. And that's what we use to as our main fundraiser for the Gibson Gallery. So we are completely nonprofit. We are run by a volunteer board. So a board member like myself and others that I work with, we're all volunteering our time to make sure that the building itself is maintained and to make sure that we're having a balanced art show and balanced art activities for the residents of Amherstburg and surrounding area. So we're not just here in Amherstburg. We have a lot of members that are from Windsor as well and surrounding areas. So they all come and enjoy our beautiful art space as well.
So who are some vendors that we can look forward to seeing at Art by the River?
So we have over 100 vendors that are going to be coming to Art by the River next weekend. You can find a full list on our website coming up this week. Things are changing and are very fluid, so we don't have an exact list available at this time, but before the show, we certainly will be posting that on our Facebook page. And then the vendors that are also featured are on our Facebook page, so Gibson Gallery and our Art by the River page. We have local vendor features and features of vendors who have been accepted into our show because it is a juried show. That will be happening. It's been posting for the last couple weeks and has been posting, will be up till the end of the show, up till the show of, rather. So you'll have an updated list on our website, which is gibsonartgallery.com, and our Facebook page, Art by the River.
Art by the River. Thank you. So is there going to be a cost to enter the actual grounds, or is it free to just walk through?
So the Gibson Gallery itself, if you wanted to come and enjoy our art exhibits, as well as any of the art guilds, they are free. The guilds have some costs with the membership, but Art by the River itself is going to be $5 only for Art by the River. Anyone that's 12 and under, so children, are free. So that's nice. We only allow service dogs too. I will allow everyone know that service dogs are allowed. And then the other nice thing about this year is it's going to be right along the river. We're hoping to have good weather. And even if we don't have good weather, we do plan on running the show rain or shine. So
Okay,
always
good to
keep an
know.
update. Yeah, keep an updated list on our website for any changes, and our Facebook channels and our social media channels for any other changes. But we expect everything to be a-okay and perfect for the weekend.
Well, it sounds good, and I don't know if I'm speaking for anyone else, but it's nice to see some events that are happening safely again in the community, and especially like you said, along the water. Like even if you're walking through for a browse, it's still just a nice place to go and get the family out and enjoy and look at some vendors and support local and support the Gibson Gallery. So, Candace, I know you mentioned that you are hosting some classes when it's safe to do so. But is there anything else that the gallery specializes in, or any products or services that you guys offer otherwise?
Well, like I mentioned, our number one focus as a volunteer board is to bring awareness and enjoyment to the fine art community. So we support local artists. We have our own members that are artists themselves. And actually, right now, we have a members exhibit. So members of our Gibson Gallery have created artworks for our gallery, and it's very nice in our space. It's beautiful. Aside from that, we do have another exhibition that you can find information about on our website as well for coming up in the future. And then we have Art by the River, of course, and hopefully we're going to have our holiday Art by the River as well,
Ooh.
which is a smaller show in the winter months, and it's scaled down, and it will be inside of our gallery here behind me. But we haven't worked out the details for that just yet, so I don't want to say too much. But hopefully that will happen this year too. Depends on how this whole COVID thing turns out for us.
Would this be the first time that you would be running the holiday edition, Art by the River?
Yes, last year we did Art by the River pop-ups, and that was more in the summer. We did not do the holiday one, and we did not run the full show last year, obviously with COVID being very extreme last summer. We did not run the Art by the River show. So this will be the 54th year. Technically, it would be the 55th year, but we'll hold on for celebrations for next year for 55th
Sounds
for
great.
Art by the River. But 54 years is pretty extraordinary for any event in Ontario, and the fact that we are one of the only juried art events in the summer that's coming up, that's pretty fantastic for us too. So we really are excited for that.
Mm-hmm. Well, as a resident, we're proud to have the Gibson Gallery and everything you guys all do. Can you tell us a little bit about the train behind you there?
Yeah, so this is the Essex caboose. It was run on the Essex Terminal Railway, which was used here in the Gibson Gallery. And I have such a vast knowledge about everything around here because I actually created the exhibit that's inside of the caboose way back when I was in high school. So actually, the Gibson Gallery means a lot to me because the Gibson Gallery gave me my first job. And from there, I learned about Art by the River. So I was involved in some of the 45th anniversary Art by the River plans. And I liked it so much that I decided to go to school for tourism. So I decided to use my experience here at the gallery and launch myself into tourism and event planning. And here I am full circle, bringing back my skills and stuff to this year's show, which is fantastic. But inside there is a full exhibit, and it shows you about the some of the tools that were used around the building here, with the Gibson Gallery being a former Michigan Central Railway station. So we have a lot of cool things to look at if you're a train buff, a lot of the local history, and a lot of the information about the train line itself. So I didn't know until I did the research that this train line connected to Detroit through the tunnel and through through the Detroit River, but it also went as far as St. Thomas. So that's another railway city that we're connected to through this building here. So it's fantastic. It's such a great way to learn about the history of our own town is by experiencing the Gibson Gallery in person.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Candace. We'll just close off with where are you located and how can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, so we're at 140 Richmond Street in Amherstburg, right at the foot of the downtown area. And if you need to get in touch with us, you can go to our website, gibsonartgallery.com. We have all of our social medias, Facebook and Instagram is Gibson Gallery or Art by the River. So please come support us. Like we've been supporting many of our local uh, Amherstburg businesses here in downtown. We've been bringing so many people to this area for over 54 years now with Art by the River and with the Gibson Gallery. And we hope to continue that tradition with the downtown businesses in the surrounding areas and really improving the tourism to the area. So we want to thank the Amherstburg Chamber of Commerce for inviting us to do things like this and for their support over the years over such a great show.
Well, thank you so much, Candace. Thank you for sharing your passion and your expertise. We're looking forward to Art by the River. So that would be, correct me if I'm wrong, that's next weekend. So that would be the 28th and 29th.
Yep, it's running from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. on the grounds of Fort Malden, and it's happening rain or shine. If you need any information, look at our website and our social medias for any updated information.
Fantastic. Thank you again, Candace. And thank you everyone for joining in for another episode of Feature Friday. We'll see you soon.